반짝이는 눈빛 눈이 부셔 매일 날 감싸주는 손길.
Goo Ji-seok was surprised when he looked at Yoon Se-young. She was staring at him, which was holding her, and suddenly tears started falling down her face. Worried, Goo Ji-seok asked what was wrong. When she didn't respond, he gently supported her and took her to the elevator. He suggested going to the rooftop for some fresh air. Once there, they stood in silence for a while with the cold wind brushing through Yoon Se-young's hair, calming her. Meanwhile, in the hallway of Hyesung Hotel, Goo-hana was organizing her bag on her way home from work when she saw Goo Ji-eun walking toward her. As soon as she saw her, she stopped and quickly walked over. Goo-hana was a little surprised. She asked why she seemed in a rush, and Goo Ji-eun, taking a deep breath, told her that she had seen Goo Ji-seok going up to the rooftop with team leader Yoon Se-young. Goo-hana was confused and asked what she meant. Goo Ji-eun explained that she thought it was strange how often they were together and she felt their relationship was off. Goo-hana cautioned her not to speak carelessly about team leader Yoon since she was the fiancé of President Hwang Jin Goo. Goo Ji-eun was insistent though and mentioned she had seen something that made her believe Yoon Se-young was two-timing. She shared that she saw women's shoes outside her apartment which looked the same as the ones team leader Yoon wore at work. Goo-hana was shocked but tried to dismiss it, saying it was probably just a guess shoes, but Goo Ji-eun was sure, and the more she thought about it, the more she felt certain that Yoon Se-young had been with Goo Ji-seok. Goo-hana was concerned about the potential consequences of spreading such rumors, warning Goo Ji-eun not to talk about it outside. Despite her concerns, she insisted there was something strange going on. Goo-hana sighed deeply, advising her to be careful and not to judge. As they continued talking, Hwang Jin Goo, walking down the hallway with some documents, overheard part of their conversations. His mind started racing as he felt a mix of confusion and concern. He couldn't shake the idea that something was happening between Yoon Se-young and Goo Ji-seok, and it made him feel uneasy. Needing to clear his thoughts, he went up to the rooftop, but when he stepped out of the elevator, he froze. Yoon Se-young was leaning on Goo Ji-seok's shoulder, crying, and they looked very close. This confirmed the rumors he had overheard. Overcome with questions and doubt, Hwang Jin Goo left the rooftop, went back to his office, and sat there struggling to process everything. Later that evening, feeling exhausted and weighed down by the day's events, Hwang Jin Goo returned home. As he sat on the sofa trying to relax, the doorbell rang. When he opened the door, Yoon Se-young was standing there. She immediately confronted him, asking why he was ignoring her. Hwang Jin Goo replied coldly, saying he had been busy with work. Yoon Se-young, frustrated with his attitude, questioned him about his behavior. When Hwang Jin Goo asked her what kind of fiancé goes into another man's apartment, her face went pale, and she remembered the night she had been at Goo Ji-seok's. However, she quickly denied everything, claiming there was no evidence. Hwang Jin Goo, tired and frustrated, challenged her to explain, saying that the lack of evidence didn't mean it wasn't true. Their argument escalated, with Yoon Se-young growing defensive and Hwang Jin Goo feeling more and more disappointed. Finally, he told her to leave, and she reluctantly agreed, but not without saying that they would talk again. As she slammed the door behind her, Hwang Jin Goo sank back into the sofa, exhausted by the tension, still struggling to understand what was happening between Yoon Se-young and Goo Ji-seok.
'Cause you are beautiful.